Hello and welcome back to Just Some Space Guy. I'm here with another Firetail 100 Year Quest video. This time it's about the Gold Owl. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this pesky bird. So during chapter 115 of Firetail 100 Year Quest, Mashima introduced a new guild called the Gold Owl. The Gold Owl is the #1 alchemist guild on the continent of Giltana. Not much information is known about them yet, because, well, they got introduced last chapter, and we still need to wait a whole week for new information about them, or probably more, depending how fast will they translate the chapter. But regardless, we met a single member from them called Sai, who is currently giving some hard time for Grey, even though the power difference so far is clear as hell. Sai was in the labyrinth and was about to steal one of the orbs what Dograma created. Grey tells him that the orb is part of a dragon, and isn't some gemstone or treasure. But Sai shuts Grey down with saying that he is well aware of it, and that's exactly what makes the orb more valuable. He also says that the orb is actually going to become a crucial alchemy material for expanding the guild of the Gold Owl. Later on in the fight, he starts to panic when Grey challenges his worldview, and out of sheer fear and anger, he says that he have to bring back the orb or he will get killed. So this is so far all the information about the Gold Owl and Sai himself, but few details about the entire chapter are actually incredibly interesting. What I thought are worth to make a theory about or connect it to some parts of the story. I personally believe that the Gold Owl Guild is the final key to introduce someone or something who is really important and we got teased about for a really long time. That's right, no one else than the White Wizard. Okay, for safety reasons I'm joking, I just had to make this joke. I have the tendency to connect everything to the White Wizard, so I just had to make this joke. But I do believe that the Gold Owl is in fact a key to introduce an important character, such as Viernes, especially since the gold is in their name, like Gold Owl. Viernes is the last member of the Dragon Gods, he is the Gold Dragon God. And he been missing since introduction. Literally nothing is known about him at all. Even other dragon gods like Phobia has never met him. He's bigger mystery than the identity of Arsenal from Eden Zero. Mashima even did Viernes dirty with bringing back the 6th dragon god Dogramag and introducing him sooner than did Viernes. But how is Viernes related to the Gold Owl is also a big question. There might be few possibilities, so we'll go through them. And you will choose which one is your favorite in the comment section below. Please leave some kind of comment, it helps with the algorithm, interactions and stuff. So my first theory about how Viernes might be related to the Gold Owl is that he might be the guild master. He created the guild of the Gold Owl and named it after himself. And since he is the Gold Dragon God, and gold plays a great role in alchemy, he made the guild an alchemy guild rather than a magic guild. He probably fooled everyone around him that he is a human, and his gold-based ability is alchemy, and not just his dragon ability. People seeing what he can do started gathering around him and started regarding him as a great alchemist. He probably has the ability to turn things he touches into gold. This ability might be regarded as a great level of alchemy, and probably contributed to his guild becoming the leading alchemist guild on the continent. This also would explain why barely anyone seen him. He is extremely busy being in charge of his guild and has no time to be just a regular dragon flying around freely in the sky. Or perhaps he is a dragon who is obsessed with alchemy and experiments, and he is deeply into his research, making him have no interest in other activities. And he probably is using the guild as some kind of laboratory with the guild members as assistants, making them collect materials for his experiments and similar stuff. This would explain Sai's fear. Viernes might be a person who is extremely harsh. If some of his experiments fail, he might turn to blame it on others, either killing them or giving them extreme punishments. Like, I don't know, he probably turns them into gold or something. Or he might just be scary in general, like Erza, for example, and they just don't want to piss him off. Now, the second option is something slightly different. So Viernes probably had a fight against Logia few hundred years ago in a similar way how Aldron did. And he also got injured in this fight. So he took a rest in some kind of golden protection layer like an egg or cocoon. And from the wounds he got, he fell into a deep sleep. Or perhaps someone strong sealed him away and now he is in a deep dormant state till the seal is broken. This would also explain why nobody saw or met Viernes so far since he was resting. The guildmaster or the person who created the Guild of the Gold Owl probably found said place where Viernes is resting. The person probably got mesmerized by the radiating power coming out of the dragon and started worshipping it as some kind of deity, or doing research on it because it's a giant dragon made out of gold, and gold, as I said before, plays an important role in alchemy, or like the alchemy lore and stuff, at least in most fictions. The said person then probably created the Guild of the Gold Owl around Viernes himself, or perhaps above him. I wouldn't be surprised if the Gold Owl guild building is actually placed on some kind of mountain, and below it is where Viernes is, in some cave. Viernes might actually serve as some kind of guild secret that only few chosen members know about, in a similar way how Lumen Historia was in Firetale. I think the leaders of the Gold Owl Guild might work on to rescue Viernes from his sleep. That's probably the reason why they sent Sai to collect the orb from Dogramag. Since the orb is part of a dragon's power, they could transmutate the orb and use it to heal the wounds on Viernes. Or perhaps combining the orb with other elements such as gold and metals could do a job at healing Viernes, or perhaps use the magic power in the orb and combine it with alchemy could shatter the seal holding Viernes down or keeping him asleep. The Gold Owl Guild might be trying to resurrect Viernes because they think they are able to control his power. They might be trying to use him to gain more power and control on the continent of Giltana. It could explain what Sai meant by the orb being crucial for the expansion of the guild. The alchemists might hold grudge against the wizard world for being overshadowed by them for so long. And they might be planning to take revenge by unleashing a dragon god on the world. It's also possible that they might be just worshipping him like a god, or they are just science freak and they think releasing him is the correct thing to do, or they think releasing him is going to give them some kind of new powers, or Viernes is going to protect them, or treat them different, or reward them with something, or in between these lines. Whatever is the case, I think we soon are about to meet Viernes in his full glory. I'm really excited about it since he's the one what Mashima kept in shadows for so long. I hope he might get defeated in a fair fight this time, no nerfing involved like in all the other dragons like Aldoron and Merzphobia and Tokramag. They defeated every single one of them with some kind of nerf. I just want to see poor fighting. I mean, it was even long time ago when we saw Dragon Force Natsu all out. It could be a good way to, I don't know, give Natsu more power to then face Igni. What do you think about this theory? Please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and see you guys in space. Bye!